Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Guys, tonight we are going to keep Avatar going. We're taking a look at episode 9. 8 left us on a bit of a cliffhanger, and I just can't wait to get to it. Again, the story's really picking up, and I'm really enjoying these so far.
Yeah, we left off with 8, showing that he's on a significant time frame. He's got to get it all done by the end of summer because a comet is coming through to give the Fire Lord even more power. But I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see where the story goes.
So we got a comet coming through. Dude's got a very short window of time to learn water bending, earth bending, and fire bending. But all he's got to do is, if he needs help, is figure out himself how to summon it.
Yeah, a lot of riddles going on in that last one. Yeah.
But the last few episodes really picked up, so decided to keep this train rolling.
All right, so without further ado, let's go.
Look at this place we're at now.
Would you sit down?
It's all pacing.
I'm supposed to master
They
all
have
4
turbulence
elements before
up
that
there.
comet arrives.
You pretty much mastered airbending, and that only took you 112 years.
I can try and teach you some of the stuff I know. We'll need to find a good source of water first.
There you go.
All right. Ooh, Appa's gonna like that.
Start without me, boy.
Oh, little homie's ripped. What? They got him all shredded up. Are you serious?
You could clean the gunk out of Appa's toes.
Here's a branch.
Okay.
He's like, whatevs at this point.
Someone's changing our course. No one told you to change course.
I've lost my lotus tile for my Paicho game.
It's like,
Just give me 10 minutes to check the merchants at this port of call.
Breathing fire now, too.
yeah.
Yeah, don't get too high. You've got to do me next.
It still took me months to perfect. Push and pull the water like this.
Like this?
That's almost right.
I'm bending it already.
Took me 2 months to learn that move.
I'm lucky enough to have a great teacher.
Thanks. It's harder than it looks, so don't be disappointed if...
Keep them coming.
The idea is to create powerful waves.
Like this? What else you got?
That's enough practicing for today.
Oh, she's getting upset. You should be happy. Dude's learning quick.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Sure, we can find somewhere to replace all this stuff.
Life was hard enough when you were just in...
Oh, they washed all the supplies away.
Brave enough to look into this bag.
We've got exactly 3 copper pieces left.
Make that 2 copper pieces. I couldn't say no to this whistle.
Doesn't even work.
It doesn't even work.
I'll hold the money from now on.
I think that's the right move.
You there! Perhaps I can interest you in some exotic curios?
What are curios?
I'm not entirely sure, but we got them.
Get this stuff out of the Conjuring house or what?
I've never seen such a fine specimen of lemur.
Momo's not for sale.
Oh, waterbending.
Check out these crazy moves.
Where did you get a waterbending scroll?
I got it up north.
Sea-loving traders and pet reptile birds?
Pirates.
They're pirates!
So how much for the, traded scroll?
I've already got a buyer.
Pirates love to haggle.
Oh, no.
Let's say to the price of 1 copper piece.
Price is 200 gold pieces.
2 copper pieces.
I feel like we're getting weird looks.
What was that all about, Katara?
I'll just feel a lot better once we get away from here.
Get back here!
Oh, she swiped it.
Told you the haggling would pay off.
It's an interesting crew.
I don't think these pirates are here to trade with us.
Did she grab that scroll? Or?
That's what I think. I think she swiped it.
No.
My cabbages.
Life is worse than a washoe!
I'm guessing this happens like 30 more times in the series.
All I know is you can go on Amazon and buy a shirt that says "My cabbages" on it.
Gets to taste the steel of my blade.
Grab on tight! Those guys are terrible.
That's why I took this.
No wonder they were trying to hack us up.
You know how crucial it is for Aang to learn waterbending.
Whatever.
I've checked all the shops on this pier. The only thing better than finding something you were looking for is finding something you weren't looking for.
Sounds like my stepdad. It was a good deal. I got a good deal. You didn't need that. Got a good deal.
This place looks
good
promising. Oh, that is handsome.
This guy wants to buy everything.
And the little Bob monk she was traveling.
Did he have an arrow on his head?
Look at that. Uncle with the monkey.
Hold it open for me. The single water win.
You just gotta shift your way through the stances. The key to bending is...
Will you please shut your air hole?
Whoa.
Oh.
Why don't we just throw the scroll away since you're so naturally gifted?
Whoa.
Oh, easy. It's his job.
I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. This is yours.
What about Momo?
Sorry, Momo.
There was that time you...
No more apologies.
I mean, Momo was the victim.
Shouldn't we stop to search the woods?
They stole a waterbending scroll, right? And they'll be on the water.
Yeah, dummy. You call yourself a pirate.
Got shushed.
On, water, work with me here. Ow, stupid scroll.
Let go of me!
There you go.
Hey.
I'll save you from the pirates.
Oh, boy.
Tell me where he is.
Go jump in the river.
I need to capture him to restore something I've lost. In exchange, I can restore something you've lost.
Oh.
Enough of this necklace garbage.
I wonder how much money this is worth. Search the woods for the boy and meet back here.
Whew.
Where did she go? She took the scroll. It's just a matter of time before she gets us all in deep...
Oh, look at that setup.
Ooh.
Didn't work.
I'm not good enough to kidnap.
Yeah.
This is all my fault.
It is.
Kind of is.
You're really gonna hand over the Avatar for a stupid piece of parchment?
Your friend is the Avatar?
Sure is.
He knows what he's doing.
Just imagine how much the Fire Lord would pay for the Avatar. You'll regret breaking a deal with me.
Yeesh. Wow.
A lot of smoke screens here.
Thanks, Momo. I owe you a bushel of apples.
Momo likes that.
Random, but okay.
All right,
Well
almost got it.
Aang!
I'm right here!
Yeah.
Never mind!
Help me get this boat back in the water so we can get out of here.
That's take a lot of pushing.
We need a team of rhinos to budge this ship.
Or 2 waterbenders.
What about Appa?
That's a good question.
You cannot see your own ship has set sail?
Proverbs. He was gonna moon him.
Come on, Uncle.
Can't you make it go any faster?
I don't know how.
Put some more air in the sails. Got him.
There you go.
I couldn't have done it without your help.
Well, you too quick can...
There you go.
That a boy. That's good. Oh, boy.
That's not good.
Ooh.
This is no time for flute practice.
Push and pull the water. It's working. It's slowing down.
Oh.
Better get to shore.
We have another problem.
Oh,
Well, that's a long way down. Of course, there's Appa to save the day.
nice.
He just always
Knew a
knows
bison
when
whistle
to be
would come in
there.
handy.
That's what it is.
The lotus tile was in my sleeve the whole...
I got so competitive that I put us all in danger. Who needs that stupid scroll anyway?
Is that really how you feel?
Ah, he's got it. All right, so we got a water scroll.
That could be huge.
All right.
That could be huge. There we go.
All right.
There we go. Number 9 in the books.
Yeah, another great episode, and it really seems like Aang is picking up the skills pretty quick. Like we saw him before in the fire temple, and he's a total natural with water. So maybe the end of summer is not such a tall task after all.
I'm just wondering if maybe the water is kind of similar to the airbending, so that's why he's getting such a good knack at it. But maybe not.
I don't know. She said it took her a couple months to learn a move that he basically had mastered in about 2 seconds. So and then he looked at the scroll, got it. Look, some people are just more inclined to be talented at certain things, and it seems with waterbending, he's got a knack for it like he did airbending. Now, that being said, earthbending and firebending
That could be
2 completely different things. So only one way to find out, and that's to keep this train rolling with the next episode.
Yep, and I mean, and she was a little jealous, but learned her lesson.
learned
in
her
the long
lesson.
run,
Yeah,
so,
ceiling's wrong. This is from those bloody pirates.
Oh, it's a trap.
No.
I knew it.
Well, it looks like Momo could get out of there.
Oh, these guys.
This is
They
gonna
got
take
red
forever.
eyes. That makes me
They
nervous.
seem
That works.
Okay, they're all right.
These are Fire Nation traps. We better pack up camp and get moving. Somehow Prince Zuko and the Fire Nation keep finding us. It's because they spot up.
Who made you the boss?
I'm not the boss, I'm the leader.
It's your voice still cracks.
ouch.
Ouch.
I'm the leader.
It's Aang. I mean, he is the Avatar.
He's just a goofy kid.
He's right.
Why do voice always think someone has to be the leader?
That's how stuff gets done.
My instincts tell me we have a better chance of slipping through on foot.
Walking might be fun. Walking stinks.
I was gonna say.
This is probably worse for
I'm
frickin'
tired of
Appa.
carrying this pack.
You know who you should ask to carry it for a while? Sokka's instincts.
You know, you could probably put the packs
On Appa.
The important thing is that we're safe from the Fire Nation.
Whoops, walked right into it.
If you let us pass, we promise not to hurt you.
How'd you do that?
Instinct?
Look!
Was that Cabal from Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, look at
Who's
him.
this guy?
He's got some moves.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah,
What?
little guys too.
Gotta be quicker next time.
Oh,
Look at this
dude.
guy. Just grabs a log. Those hooks are interesting that he's got there. I've never seen those before.
I've only seen him in Mortal Kombat, a game that I always lose in the arcade.
Should go to Player 2 one of these weekends and have at it.
Just put
My
all
name
your
is
coins
Jet,
down.
and these are my freedom fighters. Sneers, Longshot, Smellerbee,
Smeller
and
bee.
Pipsqueak.
That's a funny name.
You think my name is funny?
Kind of reminds me of Billy Bear
Oh,
from Predator a little bit.
Just
Thanks for saving us, Jet.
We were waiting to ambush those soldiers all morning. We just needed the right distraction.
These barrels are filled with blasting jelly.
And these boxes are filled with jelly candy.
Let's not get those mixed up.
Take the stuff back to the hideout. You guys have...
You want to see it?
Yes, we want to see it.
Oh, jeez.
All right, easy. Easy now, buddy.
Hold this. Grab hold of me, Katara.
What's next? You gonna show her how to shoot pool?
Like a Robin Hood with Costner going up to the
yeah,
treehouse with Lady Marion.
Yeah.
Nice place you got.
It's beautiful up here.
And more importantly, the Fire Nation can't find us. One day, we'll drive the Fire Nation out of here for good and free that town.
Yeah, nothing's braver than a guy in a treehouse.
Fire Nation killed my parents.
Sokka and I lost our mother to the Fire Nation.
I'm so sorry, Katara. We struck another blow against the Fire Nation swine.
Take a lap for take a victory lap.
That kid's sitting pretty far on the edge of that,
Yeah.
that piece of wood for being up in a tree. Hey, why don't we get a little further back?
That was some great bending I saw out there today.
He's the Avatar.
Very nice.
Thanks, Jet.
Unfortunately, we have to leave tonight.
I needed you on an important mission tomorrow.
He knows how to trick him.
Someone's approaching.
Ready your weapon. What are you doing in our woods?
I'm just a traveler.
Oh,
Do you like destroying towns?
he's just an old man.
We got his stuff, Jet.
This doesn't feel right.
He's still swinging.
He's messed up, Katara. He beat and robbed a harmless old man.
I want to hear Jet's side of the story.
He was sent to eliminate me.
I'm sure you just didn't notice the knife.
This all feels sketchy.
The Fire Nation is planning on burning down our forest.
Jet's very smooth, but we can't trust it.
You're jealous that he's a better warrior and a better leader.
She just lurves him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Huh?
Oh, they're gonna blow the dam.
You're not to blow the dam until I give the signal. Got it?
Where do you think you're going, Ponytail?
Had a bad vibe about these dudes.
I heard your plan to destroy the Earth Kingdom town.
I can't let you warn Katara and Aang. Take him for a walk.
I'm sorry about how Sokka's been acting.
He already apologized. He went out on a scouting mission with Pipsqueak and Smellerbee.
I'm glad he cooled off. I've never used bending on water I can't see.
You can do this.
What about me?
He's all sad. What about me?
A few more geysers and it'll be full. I'll go check on things at the reservoir. Better if you meet me back at the hideout when you're done.
I bet that's enough. And I'm not just saying that to be lazy.
I'm sure he'll be happy to see us.
Ah, so you think.
How can you stand by and do nothing?
We follow what he says, and things always turn out okay.
Then he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah, got one of them.
Got both of them.
Oh, he did.
You might want to practice your knot work.
You gonna eat your lychee nuts?
Well, I mean, to maintain his size, he's got to have a big caloric intake.
Why would they need blasting jelly?
Because Jet's gonna blow up the dam.
Where's Sokka?
I need to get to the dam.
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not gonna fight you, Jet.
How do you like that? Well, Dad ought to take care of him for a minute. With that water whip.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, freeze him. Finish him.
You're sick and I trusted you.
You're too late.
Yeah, the wings are all trashed.
Sokka's still out there.
Come on, Sokka.
Oh, shit.
Man, I thought Sokka was going to come through at the last minute, but...
Jet, you monster!
The Fire Nation is gone and this valley will be safe.
I warned the villagers of your plan.
Ah,
Nice.
We could have freed this valley.
Everyone would be dead.
Katara.
Goodbye, Jet.
Yip yip.
Oh, that was kind of...
tell him how it is.
How come you went to the town instead?
Your instincts told you.
Sometimes they're right.
You know we're going the wrong way, right?
And sometimes they're wrong.
Happens.
I don't know what north is.
You know, it's real interesting how they keep meeting different people along the journey, and they keep getting introduced to new characters. And obviously, this guy, Jet, was clearly going about things the wrong way, a very heartless and vicious way of attacking the village. But our guys set him straight and saved the whole village and saved the day. I got a feeling this is going to be a theme going throughout, where our heroes are going to meet people, get into adventures, save the day, learn some things. I like where it's going.
I don't know. I just, what I liked is that, it showed that he followed his instincts. They changed the way that they go about doing things, that maybe Jet's ways are a little not the right way of doing it. So I like where they're going with that stuff.
Katara and Sokka, I mean, they have every reason, or as much reason as anybody else to want to kind of out or get rid of everybody at the Fire Nation. But this was an interesting episode because for an animated series, it felt like a very, very heavy topic that, when you animate, it's easy to be like, oh,
kind of brush it off.
Cartoonish.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is something that, we've watched some war movies and things like that, and this is something that's very much prevalent when you discuss real wars. Like, hey, there's something like a bombing or going in and bringing in heavy artillery into a city where troops have a stronghold, but there's still civilians, and it becomes a becomes a very difficult situation from a military strategy between, you know, trying to get the job done and being moral about it. And I think, you know, they felt like the people in the trees felt like they were doing the right thing, you know, and they, you know, what was it? Was it Jet? Was his name?
Yeah, Jet.
Hey, look, there's sacrifices that need to be made, and this is part of war. And I think in his heart, he believed that he was doing the right thing. And look, war is war. It's weird to be talking about an animated series like this. But man, this one got heavy really quick. But it showed the morality of Aang and Sokka and Katara, as far as like, look, they want to take down the Fire Nation as much as everybody else, but they also recognize that there are a lot of innocent people along the way. And I mean, is it really a win if in order to reach your goal, you have to take out innocent people? I mean, that's not really a win. So this was a cool episode. Got a little heavier than I was ready for an animated series, but definitely a good one.
Aren't you forgetting the tarp?
Got it. That tarp makes a pretty warm blanket.
But what if it does rain?
What if it doesn't?
You know what's going to happen here, right?
Katara, why don't you worry about gathering the firewood? If you're not going to do your job.
Yeah. The traveling's getting to them.
Why don't you just switch jobs?
Sounds good.
Whatever.
Settling feuds and making peace, all in a day's work for the Avatar.
Big old watermelon.
Appa's got 5 stomachs.
Mo was like, come on, a little bit bigger.
Great divide. I
Grand
could just stare
Canyon.
at it forever.
I've seen enough.
Hey, if you're looking for the canyon guide, I was here first.
Who's this guy?
Only way in and out of the canyon is with his help. Calm down. We know you're next.
You wouldn't be calm if the Fire Nation destroyed your home and forced you to flee.
You're a refugee. Is that your tribe?
Another tribe the Fire Nation took out.
Where are the rest of the Ganji? Still tidying up their campsite?
Yes.
Wilford Brimley?
Call Liberty Medical today for your diabetes supplies.
Wow, you sound actually cheerful doing that. He's usually angry.
Guess you guys will have to make the trip tomorrow.
Wait, here they come.
Got Appa. They can just fly over it.
We've got sick people that need shelter.
Maybe you Jans wouldn't have so many sick people if you weren't such slobs.
Wow.
Ready to put your peacemaking skills to the test? This is the Avatar. And if you give him a chance, I'm sure he can come up with a compromise.
Oh, boy.
No pressure.
Travel together?
We'd rather be taken by the Fire Nation.
We're all going down together, and Appa here will fly your sick and elderly across.
There you go.
You'll have to do this on your own.
Are you sure it's a good idea getting involved in this?
I'm not sure, but when have I ever been?
Just a big old smile.
No food allowed in the canyon. It attracts dangerous predators.
It's like going to the airport.
Yeah.
See you on the other side, buddy.
I just laugh every time Appa flies.
Because he doesn't have any sort of mechanism.
Yeah.
flying.
Not at all. Just
No propulsion or no wing flapping. He just goes.
Experts tell us this canyon was most likely carved into the ground by Earth spirits.
That's not good.
Everyone stand clear of the wall.
Why'd you do that?
Gotta make sure we can't be followed. We'll be safe now.
oh,
Oops.
oh, nice shot.
That water whip.
Yep. Yeah, Aang should handle this thing no problem. The old spinneroony.
Jeez.
Canyon crawler, and there's sure to be more.
Your arms, they're broken.
Oh no.
I got no bending.
We're trapped in this canyon.
Time to learn some earthbending, Aang.
It's the Zhangs. They took food down here.
It's you pampered Ganjins.
I won't become part of the food chain.
No! We should split up. See if you can find out why they hate each other so much.
Wouldn't it have just made more sense for Appa to just take turns flying people across?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a Lord of the Rings thing.
Just take a load and come back and take a load and come back.
Yeah, we haven't really seen just how much weight Appa can carry. I don't.
You really think it'll rain?
No, but you can never be too careful, right?
He was hiding food.
They all were.
Yeah, look at that.
So it was you guys who had food.
You really think that tribe of thieves isn't smuggling food?
I guess it's okay if everyone's doing it.
Oh, is it though?
Why does your tribe hate the Zhang so much?
The patriarch of our tribe, Jin Wei, was an earthbender warrior who was assigned an important duty transporting our sacred orb.
More never-ending story vibes here.
Jin Wei was attacked by one of the Zhang named Wei Jin. Wei Jin stole our sacred orb. Our people have never forgotten.
Is she buying into it?
Care for some meat? Would I? They probably assumed we brought food in and decided to bring food in themselves. That's why we brought food in.
Okay.
Our forefather, Wei Jin, was leaving the western gate.
Oh, some different style here.
Jin Wei collapsed on the ground. Wei Jin tried to tend to the man's wounds, but Jin Wei insisted the orb was more important. As Wei Jin crossed the border to return the orb, he was arrested. We Zhangs will never forget that injustice.
That's just terrible.
We'll be out of here soon enough, and then we can eat our weight in lychee nuts. I'll wait for the lychee nut.
Pass.
We're almost to the other side.
Will these people cooperate long enough to get out of the canyon?
They ambushed Jinwei and stole the sacred orb.
He was returning it to their village gate and was wrongfully punished by the Ganjin.
Okay, I get it. Let's get everyone together at the base of the canyon wall.
My story, your story.
Somewhere in the middle.
In the middle. It's truth.
I need you all to put your heads together and figure out a way up this cliff.
Maybe the Zhang can climb the wall with their long, disgusting fingernail. You dirty thief.
You pompous fool!
Harsh words won't solve problems. Action will.
Perhaps the Avatar is right.
Oh boy.
What you had in mind?
Harsh words aren't so bad.
Now listen, this is how it's gonna be.
Everyone smuggled food down here? Unbelievable! You are all awful! Is that egg custard in that tart?
Uh-oh.
That's a lot of canyon crawlers.
You're coming back for me.
I just want us to get out of here alive.
I only took their side because they fed me.
I mean, that's a fair enough reason, right? Ooh.
Wow.
These things are everywhere.
Watch me do what I do!
You gonna ride these things?
Now follow me!
It's like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Riding on the ants.
We made it!
Oh, jeez.
He's having a hard day.
I never thought a Ganjin could get his hands dirty like that.
And I never knew you Zhangs were so reliable in a pinch. Too bad we can't rewrite history.
Wait a second. I know those guys. I might not look it, but I'm 100. Jin Wei and Wei Jin weren't enemies. They were brothers. Twins, in fact. And they were 8. Just playing a game. Sacred orb from the legend, that was the ball. And the eastern and western gates were the goalposts.
That's why I was smiling.
Wei Jin didn't steal the ball. He picked it up and started running it back toward the other goal. But he stepped out of bounds. So the official... But for 2 short minutes.
Put him in the sin bin.
Just a game. They respected each other's differences enough to share the same playing field.
I suppose it's time we forget the past.
And look to the future.
Well, all right, then.
Well,
it's all good.
Did you miss me?
I cannot thank you enough, Avatar.
I try.
I'm sick of this place.
You knew Jinwei and Wei Jin.
I made the whole thing up.
Oh, look at his face.
Now where's that custard tart? I'm starving.
He made it all.
The whole thing.
What?
Oh, not sure how I feel about the Avatar spinning tails like that. Jeez.
Oh, what a way to end that, huh, guys?
There was a late. I mean, totally different than the last ones we watched. You know, I mean, felt like a bit of a side journey meeting these 2 tribes. You know, so that was really cool. But you know, like I said, it's the classic, you know, the fish you caught that was this big, 10 years later, it's this big, and the stories kind of blew up and got out of whack, or at least that's what Aang made them think, because he's lying to them the whole time. So I don't know how I feel about that one, but it's all good fun. It all worked out. He got the tribes to put their differences aside.
That's what it was. That's what it was all about, was him trying to learn how to be that in the middle guy to try and figure things out, because remember, there's a whole world at war. So this is like, he's got to learn these little lessons before he can start tackling the big ones.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot bigger task at hand here of trying to cross this valley, and these people are mad at each other over stories that happened 100 years ago, and it seems kind of petty for people to have those disagreements. Of course, I don't know if it'll make the cut, but we said, there's my story, there's your story, and then there's the truth, which is usually somewhere in the middle, which is kind of what we were thinking initially when they were talking about both sides of the story. Then Aang made up a story all together,
playing ball,
and that's all it took to bring the two together. Now, unless he comes out and says otherwise, they're never going to be the wiser. And even if he did come out and say that's not what really happened, at that point, at very minimum, what he did is he opened the doors for conversations to happen and relationships to be mended between these two tribes. And I thought that was pretty cool, and I think the other lesson here is like, look, if I shouldn't say the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or how the saying goes. Is that how it goes? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
But I think that was kind of the point. Like, look, in times where having strength in numbers really matters, being divided over petty stuff is stuff that you have to be able to look past, and that's what Aang helped them do. Whether it was a little sketchy, his methods, but he did it, and they all were happy and walked off. And our Earthbender's gonna hopefully go get some treatment for his double broken arm.
Either that or have some Quaker Oats. You never know.
Call Liberty Medical.
Yeah.
But
That's funny. You see, the last episode, Avatar Aang fell out of a freaking tree, landed on his back. He was fine. This guy just gets tossed a little bit, broken arms and leg. But
it's older, gentlemen.
Maybe he'll heal up soon enough, and maybe we'll see him again. Maybe we won't.
And it was interesting that this is the first time we saw a completely different style of animation.
Oh, the animation,
midway through the episode, so that was pretty cool.
They do have a little fun with that, I will say that.
Whoa, he's on his glider? He's got to be a dream.
This is a dream sequence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look how big Momo is.
We need you, Aang. I need you, too. Careful, guys.
Might be a UFO in there.
Why did you disappear?
Didn't mean to.
I need you, Aang. Did we get captured again?
Captured again.
You seem to be having a lot of nightmares lately. You want to tell me about it? I think I just need some rest. Look at those clear skies, buddy.
We better smoothly fly ourselves to a market, because we're out of food.
Oh, they just don't stop.
Storm coming.
There's not a cloud in sight.
Consider the safety of the crew.
The safety of the crew doesn't matter.
He's right there.
He just raised an eyebrow.
He doesn't mean that.
I don't know. He didn't seem to.
Appa just landed in a slip.
I don't know if I like the sound of that swishing.
Swishing means it's right.
I think it's true, Katara.
I just realized we're out of money anyway.
It's an attention getter.
Now what are we supposed to do?
You could get a job.
There's going to be a terrible storm.
It's a nice day. Quit your nagging, woman. I'll find a new fish hauler and pay him double what you get.
I'll go. He's paying double.
Who told you that nonsense?
He literally just said it, guy.
Looks like your uncle was right about the storm.
Lucky guess.
What do you know about respect?
It's your uncle.
You don't care about anyone but yourself. What should I expect from a spoiled prince?
Ooh, calling him out.
Enough. I'm sure after a bowl of noodles, everyone will feel much better.
Everybody just chill out and have some noodles.
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
I can't back out just because of some bad weather.
The boy with the tattoos has some sense.
You're the Avatar, ain't you?
That's right.
You turned your back on the world.
He has done nothing but help people. Aang, what's wrong? Appa, yip yip.
Your friends ain't too polite, are they?
This one time, I was...
Yeah.
Yeah, something's going on with Aang this episode. He's acting way different.
That fisherman was way out of line.
He wasn't.
It has to do with your dream, doesn't it? Talk to me.
He's not staying out in the rain.
No.
I'll never forget the day the monks told me I was the Avatar. I was playing with some other kids just outside the south wall. Where'd you learn that trick, Aang? I made it up. Wow!
We need to speak with you.
How do you know it's me?
Do you
Is that our
remember
guy?
these?
Sure is. That voice is unmistakable.
You chose them from among thousands of toys, Aang.
Jack Burton.
These items belong
He's
to
also
Avatar's
Booger's
past.
mentor in Revenge of the Nerds Part 2.
I fear that war may be upon us.
We need you, Aang.
Who does Zuko think he is?
Do you really want to know?
We were just...
It's okay. He has been through much.
Was that before his scar?
I want to go into the war chamber, but the guard won't let me pass. Don't you think I need to start learning as much as I can?
But you must promise not to speak.
I am recommending the 41st Division.
But the 41st is entirely new recruits.
Oh.
Distraction while we mount an attack from the rear. What better to use as bait than...
They're GLG 20s.
Those soldiers love and defend our nation.
Oh, he was told not to speak.
Yeah.
There were dire consequences.
Oh, but that's how he got the scar.
After I found out, everything began changing. We made up a game you can play with the air scooters.
Does it involve getting a ball through a ring?
Kind of an unfair advantage for whichever team you're on.
But I'm still the same. I can't play?
That's the only fair way. Now, who wants to have Jinju on their team?
What the heck? What is that?
Hey.
The Avatar should be training. Come with me.
God, so great. What a surprise.
I will decide when he trains.
It's a grandpa and Everything Everywhere All at Once as well.
Yeah.
The Fire Lord became very angry with him. He said that Prince Zuko's challenge of the general was an act of complete disrespect. And there was only one way to resolve this.
Burn his face?
Yep.
A fire duel. When he turned to face his opponent, he was surprised to see it was not the general. It was the Fire Lord whom he had disrespected. Zuko would have to duel his own father.
Oh, that's a...
He needs to grow up as a normal boy.
The Avatar will be sent away to the Eastern Air Temple to complete his training.
That's awful, Aang.
How could they do that to me? That's not exactly what happened. I was afraid and confused.
I'm not going to let them take you away from me.
Oh, he bailed.
Is that how he ended up in the big ice cube? Oh.
You ran away.
Then the Fire Nation attacked our temple.
You don't know what would have...
The world needed me and I wasn't there to help.
He wasn't ready, though.
I did turn my back on the world.
I think it was meant to be.
You don't know that.
The world needs you now.
When Prince Zuko saw that it was his father who had come to duel him, he begged for mercy.
He sounds like the wizard from Conan the Barbarian.
Kind of does, yeah.
I meant you no disrespect.
Rise and fight, Prince Zuko. You will learn respect.
Oh.
By refusing to fight, Zuko had shown shameful weakness. As punishment, he was banished and sent to capture the Avatar. Only then could he return with his honor. The Avatar gives Zuko hope.
Oh, it took a shot.
It's okay. You're safe.
Oh, the fisherman.
They should have been back by now. They're caught out at sea.
I'm going to find them.
I'm going with you.
I'm staying here.
Well,
We'll be back soon.
yeah, sure. Appa's so happy about
He's
this.
thrilled.
Look! They helped me!
Would he just catch the lightning?
Oh.
Oh, Zuko got him.
Where are they?
Is he gonna go right through the wave?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The Avatar!
What do you want to do, sir?
We need to get this ship to safety.
Then we must head directly into the eye of the storm.
I'm too young to die.
Don't know it, but I still don't wanna.
Jeez.
Hang on to the rope.
Better bail on out, Appa. Oh no.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Your apology is accepted.
Just fly right up.
There's the eye of the storm.
Yeah.
You owe this boy an apology.
Oh, what if I give him a free fish?
Free fish. One fish.
One fish.
You're still gonna pay me, right?
I think you were right before.
Look at her. She's still yelling.
I'm here now, and I'm going to make the most of it.
Thank you for saving my life, Avatar.
It stopped raining.
Look at that. Our Avatar's been going through some changes, and it's been getting a little bit more serious. You know, the one thing I want to touch on real quick is I think what really sets this show apart is the quality of the voice acting.
Yeah.
Because we've all seen, you know, cartoons before where, like, if the voice acting is crummy, man, it really takes you out of it. And they got some real A-listers for this one. So that's another thing to add to the list that's been making it real enjoyable for me.
Yeah, you know, you just keep seeing what Aang has to fight through, you know, learning that he's the Avatar. He's 12, but he was gone for 100 years, and a lot has changed. And so he has to keep coming to grips. You know, as you saw this one, he got so upset just over one guy saying he was gone, you know, and so he understands the rest of the world was singing the same thing.
I think the more pressure that you're under in life, I think the more that you start to question the decisions that you make. And I think that's clearly what's happening with him. Like, if you live a life where it's pretty laid back and pretty easy, nobody relies on you for much, it's like, yeah, you look back at the decisions you made and it's kind of whatever. But again, when so many people are relying on him, I think he's, you know, trying to go back and ask himself, what if I had done this, or what if I had done that? And that's a pretty strong reflection on so many people in real life. It's like, you know, you might be in a tough spot and like, well, what if I had, you know, turned left when I went right, or said yes to something when I said no. And it's so easy to question those things in life. But as he, you know, finally says at the end, I'm done dwelling on the past, and I'm just going to do the best with what I have right now. And I think that's about as solid of a life lesson as you get. Like,
boom.
There's you know, I mean, it's great to learn from mistakes that we make, but really dwelling on the past and letting that prevent you from moving forward and making progress in life is just it's not something that's good for anybody. So a pretty solid lesson here in that. And I do think I forget the gentleman's name, but he's been in everything: Big Trouble in Little China, Revenge of the Nerds. We just saw him recently in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Just a phenomenal voice actor introduced as a voice actor here today. So pretty solid episode. This is a fun one.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to peel back a lot of layers of the onion to Aang here. So it's getting good.
Keeps getting better and better. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. Good night, pals.